Hi everyone. Oh, have a look. I think my Archie is contemplating coming out, which is really good because he wanted out the other night. And I did pick up the camera and yeah. But press record. I swear I pressed record, but when I went to get the video, it was all gone. And I thought to myself, wow, how did that happen? How? I do not know. Hello, boyo. Are you coming? Wow, I don't think he could come out any faster if I tried, actually. And his head is all the way up there to my shoulder, and he's still coming, and he's still not out. So he is getting quite long. Where's the tail bit? Where's your tail bit? You're starting to get that hue. Oh, you've spotted the climbing area, haven't you? He has. And does he not love the climbing area? But I just need him to get this little tiny bit of himself out, and up he'll go. And I can't get far enough away from him for you to see just how far stretched out Archie can go to get up. He literally supports half of his body on my arm, and that's all he needs. And this tiny precious little tail, if I can get it before he disappears. But what I was saying, he's starting to get that pinkish hue to his colour at the moment, which tells me that Archie again is going back into shed. I'm trying to make sure that I'm up high enough here for where you will be able to see him or not see him. There you go. Now you can see him. So I haven't done a video with Archie for a while, though the other one the other night I did, and it was what I felt was a really lovely video of him up here crawling around. I just need to be that couple of inches taller, guys, or a longer stick on this gimbal, which I am really enjoying using, except I have to remember to hold my arm up so you can see him. I can see him, of course, but I forget that. Excuse me, you need to know that the camera is, I need to know where the camera is so I can get some good shots of Archie. Now, Archie is a rough scale python. They come from the west coast here in Australia, and have such a very small territory that they live in, compared to most of our pythons, you could say. Extremely small area, like we're talking maybe, Arch, can I tip this? Oh, that might be better. Rough, the size of a football field, guys. They love being in the rocks, hence their keel. You know, they've got keeled sky. They have keeled. I need to start again on that one. They have keeled scales, guys. You know, they get into... I can see your beautiful, wonderful, amazing little face there, but nobody else can see it when it's hanging over the camera, okay? You know, they get in between rock crevices and they dig themselves in there. So if a predator comes along, those keeled scales will grip to the top of the rock and a predator will have great, I'm getting the wobbles, great difficulty in pulling them out. So those keeled scales are very much a big part of their survival out in the wild. And as little ones, they're as smooth as any other hatchling. You can barely feel those keeled scales on them. But as they grow and get older, those scales start to lift up even more. And Archie is now just starting to really feel rough, as he should. Archie is 12 months old and doing beautiful, has been an amazing little eater. I think rough scales are, I cannot understand why they are not a popular python to keep. They are a Moralia, but of course they are not a carpet python. And yes, my channel is about carpet or having carpet pythons, but you know, I do have other species here with me, because even though carpet pythons might be my first love, I mean, I love all snakes here in Australia, even blackheads and womas, you know, olives, but I only have a very small place where I can actually keep snakes here, and I want it to be that I have plenty of time for each and every one of my snakes to be able to have a lot of that one-on-one time, and to have time to get them out either as individuals or as more than one. And you'll have seen the video with Oscar and Car both out enjoying up here, and you will also see, you know, Oscar was all over the place going pretty much 100 miles an hour, Car a little bit more cruisy than that, and Archie is even more cruisy than both of them actually put together. Archie comes out and methodically just checks everything out, even though, you know, he's been up here 1,000,001 times, you could say, but he just checks everything out. Plus, he will also smell the other snakes that have been up there enjoying it. And I have to, I'm going over here to Jessie, and you will see, I hope you will see that water bowl, because what did this dude do? Yeah, he decided if I upturn my water bowl, which is not very good for that wood, or you know, that wood, it's very hard wood, I must say, but it's not very good for a water bowl to be tipped upside down in it. So I'm going to have to get in there and get it out, and hence why this boy wants out. He makes the mess, and then he decides, as I try and get this back to where I want it to go. Thank you. He wants out. He knows he's made a mess. Not that type of mess today, but yeah, wet. And someone asked me to do a video. So I'm switching off little Archie over there. Would like me to do a video showing them how do you get a big snake out. And I understand why such a question has been asked, Emily, because it is not easy. It is way not easy to get a big snake out if they're not really ones that really want to come out and you're working on wanting them to come out. So I can cheat here because Jessie, I can see, if I can slide the door open, you can see he really wants to come out anyway, so I don't have to do too much. But going in to actually get him out is a different story, especially with, now I would say that Jessie is on the extreme end of gripping things and grabbing things. And I can smell that that's all nice and wet down there, and I could put complete clean bedding in there for him. Not last night, the night before. And already I'm looking at having to clean it again. Oh, let's just check out Mr. Archie, who is checking out how he might be able to get across, because that green looks really good. I must admit to the snakes, it must look very inviting for them to think about actually going and crawling in. And yes, I've added that to the room because I really, I want to make it as well, I can't make it as foresty, etc., like out in the bush, but I like to add that type of theme to this room when I can, and hope that the snakes enjoy it. But I'll come back down here because Jessie is considering the computer table as maybe a good way to go, which is not for Jessie, being that extreme end of gripping and grabbing. And I know things would absolutely go flying all over the place if I were to start supporting him along the way, because that's exactly what Jessie does. He really grips on with this and his tail and everything that he possibly can, don't you? Hey, beautiful? Because that's the type of snake that he is. Now, not all of them are like that. Lily, would just collapse herself. I don't know what the word is. She just completely goes to jelly when I pick her up, and there is no difficulty at all in getting Lily out. And very rarely do I have to actually physically get Lily out, as you know, but should I have to, I know that she's very open to it and has absolutely no issue in me picking her up, hence why she goes to jelly on me, you could say. Jessie doesn't. He grips, he grabs, he hangs on, and it's exhausting for me, and I am darn sure that it is extremely exhausting for Jessie, because sometimes he comes out huffing and puffing and carrying on like he's run a marathon, and it takes Jessie a little while to catch his breath. And that was done with the video where you saw him out on the play gym with Lily. Getting Jessie out was a level of not nightmare, but just the anchor points that they can use is, and so strong, guys, like extremely strong. So talking about getting a big snake out is just getting them moving, you know, give them a little poke. Not that Jesse cares about the poking too much, but you can see that he's kind of moving. I can get his tail, and generally I do like to have a good hold of this sort of part of them and allow them to grip me around my wrist or my arm or whatever they need to do. And then I kind of wind my way around. You could say, oh, I've got to keep watching Archie because he can reach a long way, this dude, as you saw when he was actually, I don't know if I'm getting up high enough there, when he first come out and wanted to actually go there. But what I ultimately do is I get them kind of moving, not scared moving. You know, my snakes are past flight mode with me going into them. None of them flight on me. Generally, they'll just lay there and wait for me to actually physically pick them up. But then you have the ones like Jesse who I have to get into a really good position, such as what he is in now. Is a really, really good position. And I'll tell you why. Because you can see all his body is just flat here, right? Basically flat. And I wish I could put this down, but I don't have a tripod for it. I don't really have anything for it, and I'm not sure if it is capable of going on one. If you can just bear with me, I do have something that it may fit on, and I can get Jessie little tripod, as I'm just sort of wiggling you all over the place. But hey, I've even got more height. I can't get to the controls of the actual gimbal, but don't make a shadow. But okay, let me get these legs out. Oh, am I shaking you too much there? Oh, and anyway, it's on the wrong way. How do I do this? It's not about being on the wrong way. It's about now I've turned it around. That's silly, gay. But let's because the camera goes oh wow, man, wow. See, if I turn it around, you're just going to see me, and in when you are like rolling in film, you can't exactly just do it. So I'm going to I don't even think I can do it. I am so sorry for boring you right now with this, but I am glad that I've now got this because I can get more height. So what I would do now, can I attempt this really on the one-handed level? I am not really 100% sure, but I can certainly give it a go. Now, that is probably the worst position I could have Jesse in, unless, you know, if I grab this part of Jesse, he's just going to grip like there's no tomorrow from this end, you could say. Can you do that? Don't go that way. Can you please come this way with Mum? Hey? And for Jesse, it's, you know, if he wasn't such a heavy dude, there wouldn't be a problem, but Jesse weighs quite a bit. Maybe not as much as my Tessa girl. I'm going in. Give me this booty end, please. Can I have this end? Oh, good boy. Good boy. Give me the rest. That's a boy. Bring it over. Now you've got to have a pretty nice and complacent snake to actually be able to do this with. But I can't do it one-handed. Honestly, I'm trying hard, but you can't do it one. Okay, give it up, Gay. I cannot do it one-handed, but getting back to the how do you do it? How do you get a big snake out? Is wait for the right position. Get your hands up under them, especially the curled up end, and then grab the rest of them with the other hand. Let them feel that they're really, really well supported now. Like I said, I have a very... Look, you get your belly and everything stuck in that little bit of a groove there, dude. And I see you squeezing this way. See this tail. This tail is just, yeah, the gripper. The absolute, I can grip with this tail, and you really do not want to pull it and yank them off, because you can certainly damage their tail. So see, I'm even worn out and I haven't really done anything, have I? But it is just getting them in the right position, spotting them. You know, like this morning, Tessa was curled up down the bottom on top of her box and just curled up there. And I wanted to give her a bath, which I've got a video of her in the bath. And I just scooped her up in just a coil, like coiled up. And she was like, oh, wow, where are we going? You know, and I had a bit of a look around and got to the bathroom and got in the bath. And then she went, well, I don't feel like having a bath, but okay. She didn't do too bad, so, you know, I was quite happy with it. And I'll probably cut some things out, I hope, in this video, because I've been rambling for 22 minutes and I never mean to make my videos so long. Never do I, but I get talking and then I don't seem to be able to stop talking. Hey, so where is my boy now? Well, he's still up there doing his thing, and while he does, what I will do is get Jesse's enclosure nice and organised and clean for him, because that's what mums do when their snakes make a mess, don't they, Archie? I cleaned up your mess last night, and today is getting all the rats out and ready for these guys to have something to eat tonight. Okay, dude. So guys, take care of yourself, your family, and your friends, your snakes. And here's a little bit of Archie before I shut the video off. Hey. So ciao.